Hello, my name is James Magedman. I teach graphic design periods 1, 2, and 6. I have the students call me Mr. M. I'm going to show you this video here that shows you what we do in graphic design, and this all is student work that you will see here. Okay, and that's just a sampling of what we do. That's just a sampling of what we do in class. At the beginning of every class, I have students put their cell phones and headphones away. Cell phones may be used for educational purposes, but not for personal purposes in class. That includes texting their friends, and I know sometimes parents and guardians text with their students. I've seen that happen. I ask you if you cannot text them during class. If you do need to contact them, if it's an emergency, please call Center High. The phone number is 916-338-6420. You could always look that up on the internet, and I will post it at the end of this presentation. In graphic design, I teach hard skills and soft skills. The hard skills are those things that you could learn, take a test on, and everybody has the same answer. So in this case, it's Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. At the end, I will also teach them a little bit of Photopea.com. That is an online free program that is very similar to Photoshop. Then the soft skills are things that make you a great boss or a great employee, and that's just about great communication, teamwork, positivity, things that you couldn't expect people to give the same answer on a test. When I do assign something, it comes in one of four type of assignments. There's one called assignments, and we'll come back to that in a second. Quizzes, projects, and tests. Assignments are them learning how to do stuff. And in all cases, whether it's any of these four things, they'll have a due date, required format, what's expected from them. So in this case, it's image files such as a JPEG or PNG image file. Then I'll list all the points broken down with this kind of check mark list to make sure that they know they've done absolutely everything and how much those different line items are worth as far as points. Beyond that, it tells the students what the assignment is about, how it's done, and I always go through this with all of the students when I present it to them, when I give it to them at the beginning. Sometimes I'll have an example attached, such as this one right here in the bottom right-hand corner, and sometimes I will have a rubric attached to let them know if it's a situation where they might earn less points by not completing it properly, then it will tell them why they earned less points. I have work rules in the class. There's limited late work. I do allow some late work, but not just an open-ended late work, because I did that in the past. That was a bad idea. But I do understand that we don't always meet our due dates. I know as an employee, I have not always met my due date in the past. So I allow students 4 late assignments per semester and 1 late project per semester. Quizzes and tests must be done in class. On those 4 assignments and 1 project, they're allowed to turn them in 1 week past the due date. Late work with an excused absence is an official excused absence through the attendance office, such as sickness or being out for some other official reason. And that won't count against the limited late work. They will just have 5 days past their return to class, 5 days after that, to turn in their assignment. Finally, sometimes students I've seen in the past will mark their work as done in Google Classroom. There's a button to say, I've turned this in. Sometimes I've seen students click that button without anything attached to it, and it turns out that several students have been doing this to fool their parents to say, oh yeah, look, I've done my work, but it's not really done. So I check on that if you're checking in on your students to make sure they do their homework. The first time I catch it, I'll give them a verbal warning, but after that, I will notify parents and guardians absolutely every time. Student expectations that I have of them are to arrive on time, cell phones away, no computer games, focus on tasks, don't plagiarize, complete their work, and be respectful. I also ask the students what expectations they have of me. They ask that I explain things thoroughly, be understanding, be prepared, help them succeed, be patient, grade on time, and be respectful. Grading is broken down into weighted grading, meaning that there's four content areas of assignments that I give them, and how much this is worth at the very end when I put their grades together. The program Aries does this for me. So formative assignments are those things that they are learning. Those are assignments when they are learning to do something. I'm checking to make sure that they are forming these ideas. The totality of the assignments are worth 45% of their total grade. Quizzes are worth 10% of their total grade. Summative assignments are they've already learned something and now they have to prove to me that they've mastered it. So they have projects which are worth 25% of their total grade, and tests are worth 20% of their total grade. Finally, they're going to take a certification exam at the end of the year. This shows that they know graphic design, and it looks great on their resumes or applications, just like you list your education, whether you have a degree or not, etc. So the certification is great. And I'll just leave this up for a second. For contact information, you could email me at jmagadman@centerusd.org. And again, that phone number for Center High is 916-338-6420.